Your phone rings, you pick up, and you hear your daughter crying. She says, "Mom, I'm in trouble. I was in a car accident. I'm in jail. I need you to send $9,000 right now. Please don't tell anyone." It sounds exactly like her. The voice, the tone, the way she says your name. Exactly. So you start figuring out how to send the money. That story is real. A California mother went through it this month. She lost thousands of dollars before she realized the call was not her daughter. Her daughter was fine. The voice was AI, and she is not alone. 1 in 4 adults in 2026 have either experienced this scam personally or know someone who has. The FBI confirmed Americans lost more than $893 million to AI-related scams last year. Not over many years, last year alone. $893 million. Gone. Because a machine learned to sound like the people you love most. Let me explain how this actually works. Because once you understand it, you will never hear your phone ring the same way again. Scammers need just a few seconds of your real voice to clone it. A few seconds. That is all. Where do they get it? Your Instagram story from last week. The TikTok you posted. The YouTube video you uploaded. The voicemail greeting on your phone. Even a 5-second video from a family event posted by a relative. Any audio of your voice on the internet is enough for AI to learn how you sound. And then reproduce it. Perfectly. The AI doesn't just create a recording of your voice saying one thing. It can hold an entire conversation. In real time. Scammers can talk to your mother for 10 minutes in your voice. Answering her questions. Reacting to what she says. Saying the kinds of things only you would say. Because it learned all of that from your publicly available content. Here is the detail that should genuinely alarm you. Researchers at UC Berkeley ran a study. They asked people to listen to real voices and AI-generated voices side by side, and identify which was which. 70% of people could not tell the difference. Not some people, 70%. That means if a scammer calls you using your son's AI cloned voice, there is a 7 in 10 chance you will believe it is actually him. And here is the part that made the researchers most concerned. Some people were actually more confident in their wrong answers than their right ones. The AI voice was so convincing, it made people feel certain. Certain enough to send money, certain enough to not call back and verify, certain enough to keep the whole thing secret because their family member begged them to. Let me show you how the scam actually runs. Step 1. The scammer finds audio of your family member. Could be a 5-second voice note. Could be a short video. Could be a voice message they left on someone's phone. Step 2. They run it through an AI voice cloning tool. These tools are not illegal. Some of them are free. Any teenager with a laptop can use them. Step 3. They call someone who loves that person. A parent, a grandparent, a spouse. They play the emotion immediately. There's been an accident. I need help. Please don't tell anyone, they said there are legal reasons. Step 4. They ask for money in a way that is hard to trace. Wire transfer, gift cards, cryptocurrency. Because once that money moves, it is gone. Step 5. They hang up and move to the next target. Now I want to tell you something that should make you genuinely angry. This is not a small operation run by a few criminals in a basement. This is an industry. The same survey that found 1 in 4 adults had encountered this scam found that 77% of victims who engaged with the call lost money. 77%. If someone picks up the phone and talks to an AI clone of their child, 77 out of 100 of them will lose money. And the amount they lose is not small. 36% of victims lost between $500 and $3,000. Some lost between $5,000 and $15,000. The man whose story CNN covered this week, Gary Schildhorn, nearly sent $9,000. He only stopped because his real son FaceTimed him mid-transaction. He got lucky. Most people don't. Here is what makes this different from every other scam you've heard about. With a phishing email, you can look for spelling errors. With a suspicious text, you can see an unknown number. With a fake website, you can check the URL. But with an AI voice clone of someone you love, you cannot look for errors. Because there are none. The voice is accurate. The emotional tone is accurate. The rhythm of how they speak is accurate. The things they say are things that person would actually say. Experts used to tell people to listen for strange pauses or robotic sounds. That advice is now outdated. AI voice technology has advanced past that. Strange pauses are gone. Robotic sounds are gone. The University of California, Berkeley's digital forensics expert, Professor Hani Farid, said this to CNN directly. Do not try to detect whether the voice is AI. You will probably get it wrong. Instead, look for the pattern of the scam. Is there a sense of urgency? Are they asking you to keep it secret? Are they asking for money in an unusual way? Those are the real warning signs, not the voice. The voice cannot be trusted anymore. Now let me give you 5 things you can actually do. Because this video should not just make you scared. It should make you prepared. Number 1. Create a family code word right now. A word or phrase that only your family knows. If you get an emergency call from a family member, ask for the code word. The real person will know it. The AI clone will not. It sounds simple. It works. Gary Sheldhorn, the man who nearly lost $9,000, told CNN he now has a family password. His words, if you have the wherewithal to think about it when you're in this emotional crisis situation, that is one way to be prepared. Number 2. Hang up and call back. If you get an urgent call claiming to be from a family member in trouble, do not keep talking to them. Hang up. Call them back on the number you have saved. Or send a text message. Or reach them through another family member. If the story is real, calling back takes 30 seconds and costs nothing. If the call was a scam, you just saved everything. Number 3. Make your social media private. Or at minimum, remove voice content. Delete voice notes from public posts. Make videos private that aren't needed publicly. The less audio of you that exists online, the harder it is to clone your voice. Number 4. Warn your older relatives. Grandparents are the most common targets. They are more likely to answer unknown calls. More likely to trust a voice they recognize. Less likely to have heard about this scam. Call them this week. Tell them about the code word system. Tell them to hang up and call back. One conversation could save them thousands. Number 5. Know that banks will not help you after the fact. Wire transfers are nearly impossible to reverse. Gift card payments are impossible to reverse. Crypto payments are impossible to reverse. Once the money moves, it is gone. This is not like a credit card dispute where you can call the bank. Prevention is the only protection. Let me end with something that I think is worth saying clearly. AI is an extraordinary technology. It will change medicine, education, science. The same voice cloning technology that scammers are using to steal from families is being used by hospitals to give communication back to people who have lost their voice to illness. The same AI that clones your voice to deceive your mother is being used to help scientists communicate across language barriers. The technology is not evil, but the people using it to target grieving mothers and frightened grandparents, they are. And the tool they are using costs nothing, requires no skill, can be used by anyone, with a laptop, and a few seconds of your voice. That is the world we are living in now, and the only way to survive it is to know how it works. Now you do. Share this with someone you care about, and create a family code word today, not tomorrow. Today. Drop a comment. Have you or someone you know been targeted by a scam like this? I read every single reply. Subscribe to Synth. Because next week there will be another story like this one. Something real. Something that affects everyone. Explained simply. So you can protect yourself before it happens.